Alright, next in the series from the legendary El Chopo, I did pins, I did patches. I'm moving on to the big boys now. T-shirts. I'm going to show a couple of my favorite stands, the really good ones. And I'm going to focus on T-shirt. They have these organized by size. I think this is small over here. I think more or less that's how it works. Medium over here. And large over here. I think extra large. I'm not sure how that works. You maybe have to pay for it. But I'll show you. I can just kind of look at these and know that it's a good one. So I'll point out some of these. There's Aussie, Speak of the Devil or Talk of the Devil if you're from England. I have that shirt. Different color. It's a gray one, not black. But I love that shirt. I love that album cover. And I was a kid when an album cover came out. It's one of the ones that people talk about that they used to stare at. I think I was like 12 years old, 11 or 12 years old, I guess, when that came out. And I never bought it, at least not at the time. I never bought it when I was a kid, but I sure did love that album cover. Ozzy was a scary guy back then, if you were a young kid anyway. And again, I'll point out Razor, excellent band, but a horrible bad attitude guy that leads that band. But I'll say again, I like them. Bark at the Moon shirt. That was my first concert ever. I saw Ozzy on the Bark at the Moon tour. April 25th, 1984 at Maple Leaf Gardens. Rat opened. That set me on the right path, or the wrong path. There's an Iron Maiden Aces High shirt. I have that one too. In a green shirt. Iron Maiden's maybe the undisputable kings of t-shirts. Crash Course in Brain Surgery. That was another one I had in 1987. I love that Metallica EP, the Garage Days EP. I loved every song on it. I bought that shirt through a mail order in like Circus magazine or something, and bought it again a couple of years ago. It's one of my all-time favorite shirts. Rock and Roll Over, a very important Kiss album for me, and I have that shirt too. I think I have about 80% of these shirts. Motley Crue, Shout the Devil. Can't say too much about Motley Crue, but Shout the Devil is always holds a dear place for me. 1983, that was kind of a new thing for me. I was into already Black Sabbath and Van Halen and Kiss and AC/DC, but Motley Crue was kind of a newer band that changed things, and still a top 10 album I think of all time for me. Shout the Devil, a perfect album. Not much after that, but my top 10 list of all time is actually, when I think about it, probably about 25 albums. What else? We'll go over here. Motorhead, always a classic. Iron Maiden, Legacy of the Beast, kind of newish. They just did that tour this summer. Destruction. What else can I show? What stands out? Def Leppard, Pyromania. I loved that album also when I was a kid. I loved that album cover. I still think it's a great album cover. Really cool cover. Possessed, Seven Churches shirt. This guy's getting something out for somebody. Somebody's got a request. Let me check the other side here. What else? What's noteworthy? I have these two shirts. Gotta get them both. You can't get just one. Celtic Frost and Hellhammer. They kind of go together like something and something. Speak English or Die, SOD. That's another of my top 10 albums of all time. On my top 10 albums of 25, that's it. Classic album. Death. It's kind of funny, I guess, for people that don't listen to this. You're talking about a band called Death and another band called Destruction. Death, so we got Death and Destruction, and we've got a lot of other scary names. And because El Chopo is mostly about the t-shirts, I'm going to go on to the next stop, so I'll take a little break and come back to the t-shirts. You don't need to see me. Well, maybe you do. Maybe, hopefully some of you do. But let's see the shirts. Another great stand. I was here a couple of weeks ago. I bought a Motorhead or a Gasmatron shirt here. I think I have a few shirts that I had back in the early to mid, maybe late 80s that I kind of rebought. One of them was that Motorhead or Gasmatron shirt. I got into Motorhead in 1983. Another Perfect Day was the first Motorhead album I bought. I knew them before that, but Another Perfect Day was the first one that I bought. I remember I didn't love it at the time. I love it now, but at the time it wasn't a favorite. But Orgasmatron is probably my favorite Motorhead album. And as I mentioned in one of the other videos, I think Bomber or maybe Overkill is my second favorite. Nuclear Assault. I saw them in Toronto with Overkill in 1988. That was an excellent, excellent show. I really had fun at that show. I remember it very well. Some Black Sabbath representation here. Volume 4, Born Again, Mob Rules. If anybody remembers the story, what Ian Gillan said about that album, he said he puked when he heard it, and then he puked again when he saw the album cover. So a double puke story related to Born Again. All right, a lot of repeats here that the other stand had. Shout at the Devil. Ah, look at this one. This is cool. M.O.D. Surfin' M.O.D. Kind of a letdown after S.O.D. and after the first M.O.D. album, which is M.O.D. for USA, or USA for M.O.D. I can't remember. But cool to see a Surfin' M.O.D. shirt. And more Iron Maiden, Legacy of the Beast. That's a new one here. That tour should be coming here next year to Mexico. I think it'll be in September or October. So they say. Testament, The New Order. I can't remember if I had that shirt. I saw Testament on that tour in 1988 in Toronto at the El Macombo, a tiny, tiny place. Testament played the El Macombo with Raven opening. I saw that show in 1988. Alright, that's it for this stand. Take one more look and moving on to the next one. Alright, another one more of the many stands here at El Chopo. I'm on the t-shirt kick. This one is a little bit different from the first couple that I showed. We'll start with Man of War. How manly. Man of War. This guy's got some unique stuff. I haven't seen Deep Purple anywhere. This is the only one. Rush. Frank Zappa. Some pretty cool stuff. The aforementioned Man of War.
Okay.
Haven't seen that Overkill Horoscope. That's the first time I've seen this. What else? I like this. I don't like this band Pestilence, but that's a cool shirt. And cool to see a green one. I was saying to my friends earlier, I need more shirts that aren't black. I've got a closet full of black shirts. That's a strange looking Slayer shirt. I don't know what that is. Anybody know? Any idea what that is? It's a severed arm and a demon and an upside down cross, which sounds very Slayerish. But I don't know what that's from, and I've never seen it before. Loudness. Roudness. There it is again. Loudness, Thunder in the East. I think this is the only guy that's got Loudness. Another Rush again, Man of War. I guess these are just different sizes. They're Deep Purple. Cadaver, that was an official shirt, and I think a slightly different color. When they toured in the North American tour, and the first time they came here in Mexico in 2014, they had that smoking shirt, but I think it was purple instead of yellow. I'm not sure. I didn't buy it. I bought a different one. And over here, what do we got over here? Leprosy with some Spanish subtitles. So we got Leprosy, Death, Destruction. Very happy music. Led Zeppelin, a couple of Led Zeppelins. I don't know why they've got Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You. It's a strange that they would have a shirt.
My favorite song from
Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You?
Yeah.
But don't you think it's kind of strange to put that on a shirt?
It is a bit strange, yeah.
It's like someone thought. Yeah, it's very kind of contradictory. It's somebody said, I want to print a Led Zeppelin shirt, and I'm going to pick one of their songs to put on it. a bit of a strange choice for that one. Yeah, this is a pretty good one. So this stand is not the biggest, but they've I got to show one more too to go along with death, destruction, and leprosy. We've got Cannibal Corpse, Butchered at Birth. That's the kind of music I listen to. Kind of. Some of that stuff is just even for me. Come on. But yeah, so that's my music. So this one, this stand, not the biggest, but some pretty cool stuff here. I see a Dead Kennedy shirt in front of me behind the camera. So on to the next one. I'm going to put these all together. All right, I'm going to wrap up this series of T-shirts at this is one of the ones I think that one of the few that has a name. This is Colossus. Con K with a K, Colossus with a K. I know a lot of these guys, they also sell stuff online or they have physical stores. I think Colossus does. There's another one that my friend runs called Necrosis. There's one called Nightmare Metal Store. This is maybe the most unique one. I think I've showed this one before. This is the only guy that has a lot of these kind of, you know, I don't see any Motorhead, Iron Maiden, Slayer, Kiss, Metallica here. This is all unique stuff. I'll try to get it all Mastodon, even Pussifer. There's a couple there. 1, 2, 3, 4 Mastodon shirts. Perfect Circle, Tool, a couple of Deftones, Faith No More. I bought this shirt here a while ago. I bought a Mr. Bungle shirt here, which they haven't replaced since I bought it. Them Crooked Vultures. What else we got that's unique? Caius. My friend Tongi was looking for that one, but they didn't have his size. Smashing Pumpkins, one of the worst major bands ever. Foo Fighters there. You don't see any of these shirts anywhere. Even Nirvana, you don't see much Nirvana. Soundgarden, a few Pearl Jam up there. Blur here, I see a few Blur. Helmet, that's a cool one. Helmet Betty. I love that album. Very cool to see a Helmet shirt. Here's kind of the Doom stoner stuff here. I think Cadaver. Cadaver is pretty rare. I have many Cadaver shirts that I bought at their shows. I think I have about 6. Sleep, that's a cool Sleep. Newish, The Sciences, from the album that came out earlier this year. What else that's noteworthy? Godflesh. Some of the stuff I don't really like the band, but it's cool that they have it. Sword, The Sword. Electric Wizard. Nobody else has this stuff here. Coming over here, I'm not sure what any of this stuff is. I can't read a lot of it. Oh, there's Celtic Frost. That's a good one. It's over here, Down. Hell yeah. Creator. One Iron Maiden. A Motorhead, Lemmy shirt. This is a good one. What else you got? Napalm Death. Yeah, his stuff here is more expensive. I'm not exactly sure why. Oh, there's a Graveyard shirt. They're rumored to be coming here in March or April next year. I've never noticed that Graveyard shirt before. Yeah, his shirts here are typically, I think, $250. Everybody else's are $120 or $150. I'm not sure why they're more expensive here, because they're the same, but they are good. Here it is. Here's his bag. I'll plug his store. There's Colossus, if anybody wants to check it out. I think he's packing up for the day. It's what time is it? 4 o'clock. I think it's around the time that people start to pack up out of here. We sloughed through the rain. All right. Then I'll wrap here with Tongi.
Hey!
His first visit here, my friend from France. He's visiting. What do you think of El Chopo?
Oh, I mean, it's an amazing place, man. So many booths around. It's quite big, like two big streets, and yeah, I already spent a lot of money here since we were here, like 2 hours maybe, and yes.
Yeah, I think we've been here pretty close to 2 hours.
Yeah, that's a nice place, yes, and it makes me think a bit of Camden Town in London. So yeah, this is a nice place, and being with you, Dan, is also super cool.
Very
Dan
nice
is the
words.
man.
I didn't tell him to say that really, but it's very nice to hear. Yeah, it's a pretty cool, very unique place. What did you think of the selection of different bands?
Well, I think there is mostly a lot of classic metal stuff, but it seems like there is more and more what I usually listen to, like stoner rock and doom, and like on this one you just showed there is some Chaos, Kotsa, Cadaver, Cobot. I saw this, Lucifer, Truck Fighters.
Truck Fighters, right? Yeah, I missed that one.
That is nice. It is the scene is growing, the stoner scene is growing, so that's cool. Yes.
All right, and what do you think of you've been to a few concerts since you've been here. What do you think of the Mexico in general, the scene, the concerts here, the venues, the people? What do you think? We saw Earthless together last week.
Earthless was amazing in a very big venue. A lot of people were there, so that was quite impressive. There was Mars Red Sky also, French people.
Mars Red Frenchies.
So yeah, I know them of course. And last night I was with I saw Zoe.
Yeah, thou.
With Terror Cosmico and Chivo Negro was pretty.
Yeah, a couple of good Mexican bands. Chivo Negro and Terror Cosmico is really good.
And I think the Mexican scene is really interesting because you have a lot of bands and every band shares members between the bands. So you have
everybody's in at least 2 bands.
Yeah. You have the drummer from one band who is the bassist from another band, the guitarist who is. It's crazy, but that's how you build a community. That's how you build the scene. And yeah, I really enjoyed my time here. And yeah.
All right. Anything you want to plug? Anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, why not? Check out my blog, More Fuzz. This is all you
More Fuzz? Let me get the more hair out of the way. Less hair, more fuzz.
Yes, More Fuzz. This is
more
a blog
fuzz.
about everything.
Explain this. What is More Fuzz?
It is it is a blog about everything in the stoner doom rock scene, and now it is even a label. We have 4 releases, so More Fuzz Records, and yeah, it has been like that since 2012, and it's growing every year with more and more people reading it, and it feels great. It feels great. This scene is growing.
And it's pictures, album reviews,
interviews,
videos,
podcasts, videos. Yes, a lot of stuff. Go check it out.
All right, More Fuzz.
Yes.
And if I can interrupt, do something. Roman, what's up with your band, with Venom Sabati?
We have a show December 19 with a band from Tijuana called Avisar. It's a funeral doom band, and maybe with lucky next year an European tour again. It depends.
With Terror Cosmico?
No.
Oh no, a different one.
Just us.
It's Fumata and Terror Cosmico.
Terror Cosmico will touring in Hero next year on May, I think. So yeah, that's it. And this is my friend Gilberto.
I know Gilberto too.
Gilberto plays.
My English is bad.
It's okay. That's all right. That's why I'm not speaking in Spanish.
Exactly.
Everybody has a band here.
You should check. His band is called El Brujo, and it's a legendary psychedelic band from Mexico City.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, you should check.
I see him every time I come to El Chopo, and this is his stand. I was showing his stand earlier. Gilberto. All right. One more? Go ahead. Go. What do you want to say?
No, man, no.
It's too late. Don't do this to people.
Okay. No, nothing to say. So.
He's freezing up.
Yes.
Turtle head. Back to me. All right. So we're having a good day here at El Chopo. This is. I was here with Roman a couple of weeks ago too. Roman is in Venom Sabbathi. A great band. I've seen them many times live. If you want to check them out, I've put up videos of them before. Anything else I should say? Do I have anything coming up? Some people have told me they've seen my videos from on YouTube that when I've gone to big bands, when they come here, they have something like what I'm in now at El Chopo, but all of that band. So you'll see how many stands you think are here? There's maybe a couple hundred.
Yeah, I think
Easily a couple of hundred.
It's 100.
Yeah, 300 maybe more.
massive.
Yeah. So when big bands play, or when Iron Maiden or Metallica or some of the bigger bands play, you see it like this, and it's all that one band who's playing. So people have seen my videos of that. So I thought maybe people would want to see this. And usually that's when I talk about shows that I'm coming to see. I really have nothing coming up. Nothing. There's a good one coming up for me personally with a couple of my really top favorite bands, but I can't talk about that yet. That makes me sound like I'm part of the scene, but I can't mention that yet. I always want to say something about Cardiel because everybody knows that I love Cardiel, and I have nothing to say about them, but I just want to say Cardiel because they're such a great band. Yeah, nothing coming up. I have no concert tickets at my house, which is very strange for me to not have something on the go, but there's nothing. Iron Maiden, I think, will be playing here. I think I mentioned that earlier, supposedly in September or October. Maybe Kiss will be here next year. Some people are saying Metallica. I don't know. Have I run out of things to say? I think I have. So we're going to continue our day in Mexico City and go, I think, what do you want to do? Drink beer?
Yes, let's have a beer.
All right, we're going to go have beer and do something. And I never know how to end. What do I say? How do I end a video? I need a catchphrase or something. You can get it.
That was done at El Chopo.
We got these two güeros, the two blondies. We're the only ones here.
Yes, the only blondies. See you guys. Cheers.